Well, good morning, everybody. It is Taco Tuesday. How was your Monday? Tell me all about it. Mine was just the regular rigmarole. Got my ass chewed out by my son, fought with the Hilton, didn't realize I was talking to a robot. Just a normal, typical Monday for me. So, how was yours? But Tuesday's even better because look, right off the bat, Nana is a brand new YouTube member. What? Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what, if you're not a member, you're going to want to be, because we have a members live coming up that you do not want to miss. And you have to admit, there's great prizes. I think Susan has a whole closet full of them. True Crime Junkie said, oh my God, that call with the robot. Yeah, that was very strange. That was very, very ridiculous behavior from that robot. I was getting really upset. I have one question. What is the $15 for? That was it. And Charles the robot can't help with shit, but supposedly knows everything about hotel hospitality. Go figure. What to do. I'm going to go ahead and tell you all a secret. I turned the heat on this morning. Shh. Don't tell DT Driver. Trust me, he'll know when Oklahoma Natural Gas starts emailing the bills. Woo! What to do. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Nine said someone gifted me a membership last month and I couldn't let it go. Well, honey, I'm so glad you're here. Just wait till our next members live. I think it's going to be tomorrow. And look at this. Lola just became a new YouTube member. I'm blushing. Hold on. V. Oakley can lick my ass. She said, I'm sitting here in the air conditioning. 2 Boston moms, where have you been? Girlfriend, I have missed you. I have been so worried about you. Oh, 2 Boston moms probably doesn't know. So Facebook deactivated my Crime Lines and Lies account because I can't use a professional dashboard with it because I never linked it to my business page. So if you want to find me on Facebook, it's simple. It's a picture of OJ and it says Brooks, Brooks, and Ann. That's it. I don't have my last name or anything up there. But thanks to Pat K, I realized my last name is O. Jones. You see, thanks to Pat sending me that Ancestry DNA, I spit in a tube for about, took a while. You can't eat or drink 30 minutes before. And it comes out, everyone. You're not going to believe this. My DNA's back, and I'm 100% white. That's it. Nothing but white. Mainly Irish. Yeah, send me a friend request. I'm so white, I'm ethnic. You all can thank Pat K for this. We're going to talk about it tomorrow on the Members Live. Really ridiculous behavior that Pat has put me through. Annette, there's the link. We have a lot to talk about. Anna Ruiz said, LOL, you white. Yes. Annette, CLL72020 at gmail.com. I'll check my other folders. All right, let's take a second and tell everyone good morning. Welcome, friends. Don't be mean to Captain Whitey up here. And especially welcome our new members. Annette said, I'm white and indigenous. It's okay. Yeah. I don't have nothing like that in me. Pat really fucked me on this deal, but that's okay. That's just really okay. So without further ado, okay, I'm going to put the link in here again for Annette. Miss K. Wow, I've got a white friend. Well, I always knew something was wrong because I've got freckles and red hair. Okay. And it came back not an ounce of anything ethnic in me. No black, no Indian, no Hispanic, no nothing. Pat really fucked me on this deal. I think that they got the tubes mixed up because when I was talking to Gaelic Girl, she was explaining this county that my ancestors are from. And she said the women are known to be impatient and sometimes mean. So that would not be me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. See right there, Pat agrees. She says, oh, for sure. LOL, mixed up. So I need a new tube and we're going to figure this out. Okay, without further ado, let's bring up my amazing friend, Jeannie, because she is working really hard on this case and she's a real Canadian. Good morning, Jeannie.
Good morning, Brooks. Who would have thought you're white?
Well, I don't know. It's a very, I'm going to do a show about it tomorrow and I'm going to go through all the different percentages and I'm going to call the Ancestry DNA people and I'm going to ask them, what's the proper procedure, for my spit in that tube, because me being Irish doesn't seem to make any sense.
No.
And I've got Kat changing all the shit in all the groups, putting Irish flags on everything.
Oh my God.
Annette said, oh, I'm here. Okay, Annette, there's the link, girlfriend. There's the link. So what's the haps, Jeannie? What do you think about all the stuff that Daniel's been doing? He's going from group to group to group to group to group. And he seems to only be slamming Malaya. And I don't mean the slamming that she normally likes.
I don't know. My head is spinning. It's been spinning for like months now, trying to figure everything out in this case.
Well, I want to go through just a few things real quick. Or as they say in my country, I'm going to talk about all the things. Because I don't know if you heard, I have a lot of Irish in me. I'm going to talk about all the things real quick. Let me find it real quick. I don't need that. I've got so much stuff in this phone. It's ridiculous. All right, here we go. Let's first off start talking about the unusual day. So I'm talking about Friday. I haven't gotten to Thursday yet because they couldn't say shit if they had a mouthful of it when it comes to Thursday. All right? They just couldn't.
Yeah.
Friday is a very unusual day. And I think if you've been here more than, 30 seconds, when children go missing on a day that's unusual, I immediately cast the red flag way up in the air. Okay.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
These children had missed 41 days of school that school year.
Yeah.
But on that Friday, Malaya was up bright and early to mark them absent. Okay.
Yeah, that's 618.
618. Thank you. You are an encyclopedia to this case. Then at 8 a.m., uh-oh, y'all, we got trouble backstairs. Hand of applause for Annette.
Oh,
Hey, Annette, what's up, girlfriend?
hi dear. How you doing?
Oh, good. Just talking about the unusual day. Okay, so the kids had missed 41 days of school.
Right.
However, the morning of their disappearance, lazy ass Malazy is what I call her.
Malazy. Mm-hmm.
Malazy
Exactly.
rolls her ass out of bed to grab her phone, and she lets the school know the kids are going to be absent. Okay, now I'm not going to talk about Thursday yet because I think everything went down on Thursday.
Everything went down on Thursday. Exactly.
which
Thursday evening.
according to Daniel, he didn't even know that she called or messaged the school until he got up and seen the email.
Oh, he's a liar. They knew what they were doing the whole time.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
I have something to say, and it's on something totally different because I'm so mad. Yesterday, I've been watching a couple shows. I don't know if I should name them, but there's one, this guy, I can't stand him. He got a big head, but I'm not going to name him. He went on there. And
Is it A Balance? Is it A Balance?
No.
The one that was showing all the pictures of my stomach last summer? I've had 3 stomach surgeries and he was making fun of me.
Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mhm.
terrible. No, it wasn't him. It was, I just don't even want to say his name. I can't stand the guy. But anyway, he went on and he was outing witnesses. Okay. These witnesses he went in, he really put pictures up of witnesses. He was digging dirt on their background, their criminal records. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was shocked. I've seen people put these people out as a witness, right? Now, are they in danger? Because now people are saying, this one guy creator said, maybe he's interjecting himself into it because he's part of it. I was like my heart was beating and everything. I couldn't believe the stuff he was throwing around there. Now these people are getting looked at with, bad eyes because they made a statement.
Well,
Trying to help.
we're all friends here. Who is it that did all this? Because, I mean, we're talking about 2 missing children.
Okay, right. It's DT, Drunk Turkey Show,
Oh, okay.
and Daphne's Case Files. She did too.
Mm.
And I just couldn't believe it yesterday. I'm pissed. The one guy, he was like, oh, he's got tattoos on him. He's this and that. You cannot judge a book by its cover. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
You cannot do that to someone. You can't judge someone like that.
Mm-mm.
And then they're trying to help. And okay, I'm going to tell you right now, right, the way it is around here, and it's probably like this with most people, right? You don't want to say anything and make a statement because you don't want to have to go to court and you don't want to have to get legally involved. So what you'll do is, like a street person, a person that's, hardened type of thing, they'll like, okay, I'll tell you what I heard, but I'm not going to write a statement because I don't want to have to go to court and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is exactly what this guy did. And now they're bringing up dirt on him and the both of them, right? And 2 of them, there's a guy named Wong and then a guy named Justin something. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Justin
2
Smith.
witnesses. Pardon?
Justin Smith.
Right. And I don't know. I just think it's getting real dirty now. I think this DT one.
I want to address this from the comments. Okay, Autism Grandma ×3 says, thank you for doing this for a long time. It seemed there was no movement. That's exactly what Jeannie and I were talking about this morning. When there's no movement in a case and it becomes nothing but drama, I get super, super pissed.
That's what I'm saying. This is almost like a soap opera now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all these people are being brought into it. Durwood and this one and that one. And what?
It loses the focus of Jack and Lily.
Exactly. It's exactly what it does. And
I'm,
that's exactly what
I'm
that's
gonna
what
start.
they
I'm gonna
want.
start with Jeannie. I'm gonna start with Jeannie, and then I'm gonna ask the chat. Then I'm gonna ask Annette. So you have a few minutes to think, or a few seconds to think about your answer.
Okay.
Does anyone really care what Daniel does with his pecker, or what Malaya does with the hole between her legs, or the one on her face? What is your answer?
No. No. No.
And that's all people are talking about. His new girlfriend, her new boyfriend. Listen, we're here for the kids.
Yeah,
Piss
it's
on those two.
disgusting. We're more concerned with the kids than the parents are.
Well, let's go through the unusual day. Okay, so she at 6:18 in the morning calls the kids out of school. Now, mind you, they had already missed 41 days of school, and I guarantee she didn't roll.
Negligent.
That's called
Lazy.
negligence. Yep, that's malazy for you.
That is.
But she made sure to let them know they weren't coming to school. That tells me she knows, because you cannot tell me the other 41 days that she let them know at the crack of dawn.
Right.
Okay, she calls her mother. Now, this is from the court documents. This is from, not court documents, police records. She calls her mother Cindy at 8:28. Now, this is very unusual.
Weren't they supposed to be sleeping at that time? In
Well,
and out of sleep?
one would think, but here's what's unusual. Jeannie can explain it more than me. Malazy hates her mother Cindy, and Cindy cannot stand the way Malazy lives. She won't give her a dime of money, but she called her mother.
At 8:28, but
Yes.
in the dispatch call, she reported the kids missing at 8:00.
No, at 10:01 was when they got there, right?
No, they got there at 10:27.
Okay, so that she called at 10:01?
She called at 10:01, but
Right.
when she called, she said they were missing at 8 a.m.
Oh, see, there's too many lies. Too many
No,
different stories.
This is not, no, it's been confirmed with the 911 dispatcher.
That she was on the phone. Okay, if she was on the phone with her mom at 8:28,
Right.
Then why wasn't she out there looking for her children?
why wasn't she calling 911 at 8:28?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, Janie is so proud to show everybody what she calls her alibi, and that's
Yes.
her brother calling her at 8:46 a.m. That's when her brother Ron calls her, and he calls every Friday to find out what time to pick her up so he can take her to town.
That's right.
Never misses her trip to town. But within 1 minute and 47 seconds, she told him she's not going to town that day.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one day she's not going to town, eh?
And also, this is the one day a week that Daniel didn't go to work.
Yep.
And he was supposed to work on the Fridays, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
then
And
a
you know
little
what?
after,
I believe.
and then
I
a
believe
little
those
after 10
witnesses.
a.m., then a little after 10 a.m., Malazy calls 911 to report the kids missing. Now I go to what Daniel said, that he calls it an interview. I call it an interrogation. When they
Yes.
said to him, "We believe you killed the kids on Thursday night."
Right. They believe what we all believe.
Mhm.
That's when it went down.
Thursday is the key, but Jeannie has a great, I hate to use the word spin. She says, actually, the backpack is the key.
Yeah.
Can you explain that, Jeannie?
I also just went through the RCMP files again, and it states in there, Malaya said that Lily was sleeping with her backpack. I believe this backpack is the key to the case.
That's the same thing. The same backpack that Daniel said it must be brown by now.
Yes. And it's because
Exactly.
of the it's
That was the
because
first thing my son picked out of this whole case. He said, Mom, why would he say that?
it's because of the fact is Daniel said that this specific backpack was only used if they went when the kids went away to stay at friend's house, grandmother's house. It was Lily's overnight bag.
You can't believe what he's telling you, though.
No,
Like, you
no,
can't believe that. Like, my daughter would have 1,000 bags. And I
Well,
don't have, like, a
your
lot of
daughter
money,
would.
but, like,
Your daughter would, but your daughter wasn't neglected. I 100% believe there was a bag for school and a bag for overnights.
that's exactly what he said. And Lily and Malaya said that Lily was sleeping with that backpack the night that she put her down on Thursday night to sleep.
right. And it's probably still with her right now. But like I said, they had to take that backpack to make it look like the kids were running away. That's why they had to take the backpack. They're like, oh, Lily, the people will think Lily packed a backpack for her and Jack to go run away.
Okay, Grandma times 3 said, I don't believe anything he says, but the brown backpack comment struck me as odd. A lot of people are really upset about this. So, what is he trying to tell us? Dirt, mud, decom?
Right.
What is he saying?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was out of care. That he could have left that part out. He didn't need to have said that.
But it's all little clues.
Oh, I
Little
know.
clues. Because the
I know.
truth is always there somewhere.
And this is why I'm saying the backpack is the clue. It's the key.
I think so too.
It's the key.
It's important.
Because Lily left with that backpack. So did Lily think that she was staying somewhere?
Obviously, because you can tell Lily is a bright girl.
Yes.
I'm not saying Jack is not. Okay, just me 369 said he's talking about Daniel. He called me a hole. You mean whore? In his comment section, I'm a 54-year-old grandma who had a stroke and doesn't go out. Well, I tell you what, that Daniel, he's the gift that keeps giving. So let's go back to the beginning a little bit, because I can say this right now, without doubt, Malaysia was making herself an escape plan. Check this out.
I have been struggling to comprehend the behavior of the mother of missing siblings, Jack and Lily Sullivan. It seems that from the beginning, Malaya Brooks Murray was more concerned about distancing herself from her partner, Daniel, thus she left the last place her kids were allegedly seen at, and blocked him on social media. From what the public can see, Daniel is more concerned about talking about the kids, and searching for them, than their own mother. She believes they were abducted, but never pleaded for them. She says she was told by police to not talk to the media. I would love to know if that is true. Why would the police tell her to stop spreading awareness for her missing children? Almost immediately after the kids went missing, Malaya deactivated her Facebook page, a tool that could be used to raise awareness for the kids. She deactivated it. She then returned a few days later to
Okay, we have to admit that Malaysia is a pretty girl, okay? His ex-wife is a pretty woman. His new girlfriend, the new boo who's currently married, she's an attractive woman. What the hell is the Bachelor of Nova Scotia pumping to these women?
You know what it is? It's where they're at. They don't have much of options. They're way out in the country. Now,
They're
if they were to come to
vulnerable.
the city, if they'd come to the city, they'd have a lot more options.
That's all they've got is Daniel?
Yeah, I
Jesus
said.
Christ. They're all going to be related in short time.
I believe they're young, they're naive, they're vulnerable, they have a lot going on in their life, and this is who he picked so he can control every aspect of their life. This is what I believe.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I mean, one thing that these women all have in common is they don't come from good homes. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Exactly.
And that's not my opinion. That is the truth. And
Yes.
so when you have low self-esteem, woo, woo.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't want that to be an excuse for anything. If you come from a bad home,
Nope,
or whatever,
nope,
because
me either. Nope,
you
you're not.
can always do better. So I don't like excuses.
Nope, we don't make excuses here.
Oh
Right?
no, it's
I'm an
that's not-
advocate for children, 100%. You have children, you lay down and make them. You stand up and take care of them.
Yep.
Period. I have no respect for anybody that has children and neglects them or does drugs.
I think he lures them with drugs because I mean we know the Tarpton trailer isn't what lures them.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe the look of that house. What a dive. Really.
The sad thing is, Melinda was driving when she went to town. She was driving by there. She had no idea that Jack and Lily lived there. No idea. That's sad.
Well, I mean, it is sad. The whole thing is sad. The sad thing is that, I can't believe I've never seen a case with this many people involved. This many, like I said, it's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
There's a new person being added to the pot every day.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to that. Like
Make some
brother,
changes.
sister, nephew.
She changed her status
niece.
back to single, as well as removed Daniel off her profile picture. Her children are missing, but yet she is more interested in changing her status to single. It's
Yeah.
very interesting. I've just heard that Malaya reactivated her Facebook a second time, this time to remove all the photos of her and Daniel together. Those on Facebook were sharing screenshots they took of the Facebook page before it was removed. Here are some beautiful family photos taken. Another observation that online sleuths have been making is that Daniel never posted photos of Jack and Lily on his Facebook page. He only posted with Malaya and then of his own 2 kids. Days after the children vanished, Daniel changed his profile picture to a family picture. The search has once again been called off for the children, after not finding anything. It's unclear what the next step will hold in this case. No suspects have been named, and it looks like they're treating the case as just 2 kids who wandered away into the forest. Many believe there is a lot more to this case, and that someone knows exactly what happened to Jack and Lily.
okay, so I'm gonna do something I shouldn't do, but remember, it's my show. It's my opinion. And I was trolling the F out of Daniel Martell's Facebook page. Then I went to some of his other socials. He is a big follower of a guy named Andrew Tate. This is a man that says women should cook naked.
Oh my God. I know all about Andrew Tate.
Okay. When a man
my
comes
God.
home from work, there should be warm water for a woman to wash his feet and be ready to perform sexually at any time. Okay.
Oh my God, no.
All right. So I'm just going to give everybody a little taste of who he is. And remember, this is public information. If you want to get mad at me, get mad at me. Andrew Tate, if you want to come up, come on up. Come on up.
For 9 months.
If you're not gonna,
It's a big
sorry,
risk.
my headphones fell off. If you're not gonna have, if you're not gonna have children, what are you gonna do with your lives?
If I'm not gonna have children, travel, just pursue anything that makes me happy. Try to make money. I love traveling, so I would probably just
Drink cocktails on a beach. Okay, next.
About the same thing, like travel, focus on my career, things like that. Like my career will become my baby.
What about you?
I honestly just want to get right into my career.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
What do you want to do in life?
Right now, so I go to the University of Miami. I'm majoring in interactive media. What I want to do with that is build virtual reality simulators for the military. Then I'm also minoring in motion pictures. I'm interested in acting and shit like that. Yeah,
Miss Cuba, what about you?
Do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Well, I plan on becoming a doctor. My career.
Your career.
I'm passionate about it, so
A life without children is vapious, and it's inane, and it's pointless. And you may sit here and think that your career matters, but the truth is that your job will fire you out of whim and don't give a second.
right.
Don't give a.
What about women that don't want to have children? What about women that can't have children? Who is he to say your life is worthless if you don't have a child? Anyone find that a tad bit ridiculous? That he's sitting there talking to these women and he's calling them degenerates?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I think some things he's on the right track with, but some things he's not. You know, he's very polarizing because he's like the biggest hypocrite out there, okay? Because he'll talk a good talk, but he's very, in his actions, he's very, very demonic. His actions are very bad. I've seen a couple things. I've seen him go into, okay, this is the guy, Andrew Tate we're talking about. I've seen him go into airport, and he met some girl in the airport, and he took her in the bathroom and fucked her in the bathroom, right there, it's on the camera. We didn't show them in the bathroom, but that's the type of person he is, okay? He made a bet to see if he could do that, but that's the type of person he is. So he can't talk about nobody because he needs to look in his own backyard.
He thinks that he thinks that women should be controlled by men, is what he thinks.
You know, he's a very sick man. Andrew Tate's sick.
Okay, so I happened to come across his socials and the interactions between him and Daniel. And like I said, it's public knowledge. You can find it yourself, you know, do your own research. But I want to make something clear. I am not making fun of anyone that lives in a modular home, a double wide, a single wide, a tiny home. I'm talking about Dumpster Dan that that has all the time in the world. He has dick all to do, that doesn't even know how to repair a roof, and has his women and their children living in wreckage. Okay.
And don't forget, Wrench is holding the doors closed.
Yeah, to make sure Malia doesn't get out. Where
Yeah.
he gets that idea, you're going to find out if you look at Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Because he said there's always a way to find out if your woman gets out. Your woman?
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean,
Woo.
she could have always went through the sliding glass door. You know, she didn't need
Right,
to
it
go.
doesn't make any sense, does it?
She
And
didn't
then
need to go to the front door.
Well, no one said Dumpster Dan was a Harvard recruit. Okay.
Exactly.
No, Lily.
Stupid
Lee
is
Jones.
as stupid does, and that's why he's going to get caught.
Solitary shit. And when you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself, and all your friends have grandchildren in this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, do you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy? I was at my grandmother's 93rd birthday. I looked there. My grandmother had 9 children because there was my father and 8 more. They all had a bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. I stood there and I looked at my 93-year-old grandmother, and there was a whole room full with maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah.
That nobody cared about her career. Nobody asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. Nobody asked if she had time to go to festivals. No, you had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother and a good wife. That is beautiful. And if you sit here and genuinely think that you're going to work your ass off through your fertile years, and by the age of 54, you're not going to be suicidal alone with a cat, then you're dumb.
But
The
that- I
happiest
really
women
do
on
think-
earth have children and a man who's paying the bills and their mothers.
That's
The
me.
happiest people on earth. I guarantee it. Your
This is
mothers,
true.
ask your own mother, do you
Nah.
regret having me? She's going to say, of course
Obviously
not. You're the
not.
best thing that ever happened to me. So now you're going to sit here and you're going to end your own bloodline? All your ancestors were out there surrounded by saber-toothed fucking tigers trying to survive on the streets out there in caveman days just to get to the final end where we have all the medical.
This is Daniel's hero that was released a year ago for raping a woman.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is who he idolizes.
I mean, but the one thing he is saying there, though, is that family is really important.
Oh,
And when you're all alone,
important, but
when you're
Daniel's missing that point. Daniel didn't use
exactly.
the
He
right
didn't hear
word.
that point, right? But the point is, when you're old, material things, you could be sitting around what does that matter if you don't have nobody with you? You don't have no children. You don't have any family. Nothing. None of that stuff matters. And I agree with that.
I agree with that part, but I do not agree with belittling women. I don't agree with calling them
That's why
poor.
I'm saying some things he say is so outrageous, but some things make a little sense, but then he goes too far, right?
Yeah, family is everything.
Family is everything.
That's part of the book Daniel didn't get, because we can see how he treats his family. Him and Junkyard Janie have done nothing but stir up drama, confusion, deflection, and I don't have enough paper around here to count the lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the controlling, like, I don't know.
And I agree with Debbie. The desolate condition is part of controlling the women.
Exactly.
And
in
that's
the middle of nowhere.
That is part of what Andrew Tate has said to different men. He said, if you want your woman to act right, just give her less money and leave her in less conditions.
Oh, that right there. That is just sick to say something like that.
Exactly.
I don't understand how Andrew Tate could say something good and then he go turn around and say something like that.
Because he's a narcissist.
And so is Daniel.
Well,
Exactly.
you win some, you lose some. I think, relationships are important. I think children are important. I think kids are important. I don't think controlling one person should be done or can be done.
Oh, no.
So now we have, here we are. We're in October. Let's talk about Thursday, shall we?
Yes, let's do it.
They don't really have a lot to say about Thursday. However, Daniel said when he calls it an interview. He acts like he's best buddies with the cops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Petting the dogs and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that would happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's giving them tips and he's the lead investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's going to be deputized soon.
Yeah.
Fucking God. Annette, what are you going to do? You live in Nova Scotia. Daniel shows up to see if you need help.
Oh, my God. He wouldn't be on my step, I'll tell you that. Because he'd get a boot right off the step.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting to see him in Halifax. I'm just waiting to see him. And my son said, no, he's not going to come to Halifax. I said, no, he's hiding out in the sticks. He won't come here. Because he knows real people like myself, they got something to say to him. And I really got to say something about Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to get called out more. Because she is disgusting. She is not looking for her children. She is not doing a damn thing. Who goes and gets a lawyer? Lawyers up when your children are missing. That shows guilt right there.
Oh, I agree. You would think that you would wait for someone to accuse you of something, and it seems like someone did, and that's why she got a lawyer and quit talking. Because remember, when they interviewed their buddy, Dan the deputy for the RCMP, they told him, we think you killed the kids on Thursday.
Right.
They don't believe they went missing on Friday morning.
And I think that's what we all believe too, that it went down Thursday evening.
The biggest red flag for me is Malaya leaving the very next day, she was gone. She distanced herself so fast when her children went missing. She distanced herself.
Well, I think they're trying to protect each other, and I think she's like, better off if I leave. I'm going to go with mom. Right?
But her and her mom never even got along. This is the thing that.
Well, if her and her mother didn't get along, why would they talk every day?
They didn't. Her mother was shocked as fuck that Malaysia called her at 8:28 a.m. the morning her children went missing.
Oh.
Her mother was furious that Malaysia kept going to her grandma Patty and stealing money, taking her car, getting a new car from her. What was like $8,000, Patty?
Wow, that's terrible.
8,000, yeah.
Taking advantage of her grandmother.
And the first thing she says to her grandmother or her mom when she sees her, I told you the kids were autistic. What? It's not even verified. It wasn't even verified that the kids were autistic.
No, they just threw that out there because they wanted to make it seem like, the children were, I don't want to say anything bad, had a disability or whatever, to make it seem like, give them more of a reason to say, okay, they just wandered off, or, they do that type of thing. I think everything they're saying is trying to put like right into the investigation, right?
But you know what?
Confuse everybody.
Jack did wander off when he was 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He did wander off. He didn't get very far, but he wandered off. They had to go look for him.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Not there. I think when she was living at her grandmother's,
okay.
when Jack was 2 years old.
But she found him, though, didn't she?
Oh, yes. They found him right away. Well, not right away, but they found him, yes. But he did wander off.
We have a question from the chat. Angel on Earth wants to know who has the baby, who has Meadow. CPS.
She's in foster care. Meadow's in foster care.
And obviously there's an issue with Daniel and with Malaya, which it's almost unheard of to make sure no parent sees their child. So they are suspecting foul play. Now, if you look at the screen, this is for you, Malaysia. This is for you, Dumpster Dan. You shouldn't be allowed to reproduce if your last kids got repoed.
That's a fact.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Oh, Brooks, did you see the nice picture I put up of my trees for you?
Let's see. Oh, look at those. See, we don't get that around here.
I took that the other day when I went out, just so I could let you see the trees.
Yeah, we don't get that around here. I'll take a picture when you send me an email and we hook up on Facebook or Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of my fall leaves.
Okay.
I sent you one there too, Brooks, a few days ago.
I know, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yes.
And I'll send you a picture of my leaves. You're going to love them. Okay. They're crusty and brown, full of mold.
He and Lily Sullivan are still on the minds of many Nova Scotians. These signs are in Bedford, roughly 130 kilometers from where the two were reported missing, simply asking, where are they? It has now been 5 months and there is still no trace of the children.
I think the RCMP is throwing a lot of experts and a lot of resources at it. In the meantime, it certainly doesn't look good for these poor children, but at some point, I'm sure we'll know what happened in some way or another.
4-year-old Jack and 6-year-old Lily were reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station on May 2nd. Searches stretched on for days and weeks in the densely forested area nearby, with hundreds of volunteers and experts on the ground and in the air. Police tell CTV News they expect to provide an update next week on the work of the human remains detection dogs now being brought in from elsewhere in Canada, the latest investigative tool.
The problem with that is that Daniel lied. And I went through the entire conference and all they highlighted was how social media could be messing up the case. Oh, piss on that. Be a better detective. Okay. They are not going to follow up with anything Daniel claimed has happened. Why? He's messing up this case more than any Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram, or anywhere. It's Daniel. Dan the man is the one messing this up.
So much inconsistency with him. So much.
You know how Daniel said the kids are 100% not in the woods?
He knew that they weren't in the woods.
Because you know what? I know the kids are in the water somewheres. I really do. Remember I said about all the lakes that are around?
Mm-hmm.
They're like literally 5 minutes every day. I believe that the kids are in the water. And I think maybe the backpack, he could have put rocks in the backpack.
Because he was in waist deep water when he was searching for them, according to him.
Right. I believe the kids are in the water somewheres. And it hurts my heart to say it. I just had to take a deep breath and everything, but that's what I feel.
Well, I go through many other cases where children have gone missing and parents are later convicted. I look at Quentin Simon. I look at Evelyn Boswell. I look at Gannon Stout. I look at Harvey Montgomery. Well, Harvey Montgomery was an unusual day because, Adam's a bum. I look at Summer Wells. When your day is topsy-turvy and the kids go missing. Now, on one hand, that would make sense. You cancel everything because you can't find the children. That would make sense.
It's not unusual for a parent to murder their own child. It's out there. It happens every single day, unfortunately. It happens.
And you know who the number one predator of children is?
Step-parents.
Well, actually,
it's usually family related.
Well, I'm not going to be that generic about it. Actually, number one is the mother. Number two is a step-parent.
Step-parent, yeah.
But number one is the mother.
The mother, yeah.
Every freaking case we do here. Just look at this. Just look at this with me. Dead-eyed bitches. They're pure evil. They have some of these women, they have this. Everyone says the word narcissist, 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 narcissist. There is nothing more dangerous than a narcissistic woman. When kids get in their way, they'll figure out a way to get them out of the way to go on with their happy ass life.
Exactly.
I'm not saying she did it. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised.
Either they're acting on kind of another attempt to find the kids, or they're acting on some information they may have investigatively to have them focus in certain areas.
Police previously stressed there is no definitive evidence to suggest the children are deceased. RCMP say this remains a highly active and intensive missing persons investigation, which is being supported by partner agencies across Canada. Saying in a statement, our team remains fully committed to utilizing every available resource to move this investigation forward and determine the circumstances of Lily and Jack's disappearance. To date, police say investigators have received 820 tips, all of which are being carefully assessed and followed up on. They've also conducted 80 formal interviews, reviewed all viable video files collected from the area, and have assigned more than 1,000 investigative tasks. With interest in this case so high and information so scarce, it's given rise to online true crime programs.
Just because there's no press conference, it doesn't mean there's not boots on the ground.
It's given rise to true crime programs. Where's my rise? Holy shit. Where are these people getting their rise? I'm doing something wrong. Where's my rise?
Yeah, really. Where's your come up?
For real. Damn it. I'm doing something wrong.
And I know they brought in resources from other provinces. They're doing everything they can, but they need tips and they need the public's help in some way, because somebody out there knows something and they're not saying.
The investigation now moves into the sixth.
Okay. Moving into the 6th month. There is a ton of stuff going on here, and we would need a sociologist to explain this to us. You have a woman who goes through men like Kleenex. Let me just explain Malaysia to you real quick. This is all she's looking for, okay? She always wants the new pogo stick, the one that bounces her off the ceiling headgear. It's called her mouth. She has headgear. He has headgear. Well, Kimberly Mann said, I love pogo sticks and I can still jump them. The metal.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Goodness.
oh.
Broken Golf Doll said, what about protection, though? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Malaya has a ton of dental dams laying around. Okay, so let's get to the unusual day again, because Thursday seemed to be all on the up and up. Then we come to Friday, and suddenly Malaysia is a responsible mom, calls in to tell him that Lily has a cough, and the kids aren't going to school. Now, let's just go through what she said. Okay. And then we're going to go through what really happened according to the RCMP.
Just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home. What happened was we woke up and heard them playing in the next room beside us. And I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call. They're both really good-looking children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in the store. everyone. They're just extremely sweet kids. I appreciate the huge search effort going on right now.
Okay, what is your first red flag? I'll start with you.
Well, in the beginning, my first red flag was how she said that the kids were outside playing, but she didn't hear them.
Mhm.
But I confirmed that with her Janie talking to her, telling her that she heard the kids outside playing.
Okay. My first red flag is using the children in past tense. What is your first red flag, Annette?
My red flag is how she's all her sentences are broken up, like she's thinking of what to say next, like a story. Like she's not talking freely, like it's just like she'll stop and say, well, my partner, Daniel, and it's like she's thinking of things like of what to say. She's trying to think of the right things to say.
Also, can I just put this in there?
Absolutely.
She said that she called call 911 instantly because that was her first thought, right? No,
she called
she
her mother.
didn't call for 2 hours later,
right?
Because the kids went missing at 8, according to the 911 dispatch. According to the case file, she messaged her mom at 8:28. So she didn't do it instantly. She waited 2 hours later to call 911. So what was happening in those 2 hours that morning?
They were waiting to get their story straight, is what they were doing.
They didn't do a good job of getting their story straight.
No, they didn't.
No.
Because the truth is very easy to tell. A lie is not, because you got to remember the lie.
Exactly. You got to remember every single thing and make sure it both adds up. But it don't add up. Neither one of their stories add up to the same.
AG from the chat said she says she heard them alive in the morning. She needs to clarify if that's true or not. That's the key. I think the key, I agree with you, by the way. I think there's a lot of keys. We have a whole ring of keys. I mean, we look like the janitor from the Breakfast Club right now. Okay. We have a ton of keys.
We're jingling when we walk.
Yeah, I think we have Thursday as a key. The backpacks, when Jeannie said that today, my mind about just blew out of my head.
Yep.
The backpack is definitely a big deal. And then here is my cactus girl, Jinbug, that said, if they got up instantly, they would have been right there and they would have found them.
Right.
That's true. 100%. That's true.
If they got up instantly, why would you get up instantly and call 911 because you can't hear your kids?
No, they were lazing in bed trying to get their story straight for the day. That's what they were doing.
I don't think there was any sleep that night.
No.
I don't think there was any sleep that night.
No, because Malaya was filled with sorrow, remember? Remember that word, sorrow?
No, she was a sorrow lady.
Yes.
But we've been pushing for an Amber Alert, which hasn't been issued. Not just that they could possibly be abducted, which it is a possibility that they could have been, but just an alert to let everyone know that they are missing. We had people text me saying that they weren't aware, someone else let them know that they were missing, and it would just be nice if everyone could be alerted. We thought maybe that we found tracks, but it's still uncertain. It's been raining and they're probably soaking wet, but with the sun today, I'm hopeful that they are feeling warm. We're all filled with...
What a bitch. Who would say that? They're probably soaking wet, but with the sun, hopefully they're warm.
See, water again. Water.
Who says something like that when they're, I don't know.
I can tell you something right now. I've had friends of mine call me when their kids go to college and they're a ballin' mess.
Yep.
Me. Remember, Brooks?
Well, I wasn't going to bring you up. I just said friends of mine. I'm going to put you on the hot plate. And then here she is. We're all filled with pain and sorrow. I don't have a Canadian accent. I'm Irish, so there's really not a lot I can do.
And white.
I know, yeah, not a lot of, yeah, you're right. And, between Jeannie, Annette, and all our friends in here in the gate post, when my son went to the Air Force, I had to go to the hospital. I was a nervous wreck. They had to give me Ativan. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was so upset. And I knew where he was.
You're a real mother. That's why, because you care about your child. And that's when we love our children. We'll go to the ends of the earth for them because it's a special love. And you know that love, you can see it emanating from a mother. It's not coming from her.
I know I bawled. I called Brooks when my daughter left 3 months ago. Well, in September. Oh my God. It felt like a piece of my heart was gone when she left.
It's called an empty nest. It's not nice.
I was devastated. I called Brooks and I bawled and cried to her for about an hour.
We got through it. We got through it.
We did.
Got through it. Two Boston moms says when my son went to Korea, I was a mess the entire time. That's the truth.
Right.
But
I get it.
But now you have this cum dumpster that's sitting right there and could act. I just hope they're not too wet out there. Maybe with the sun up. Listen, I know a pothole when I can see one, and Malaya is a damn pothole.
Yes, she is.
With pain and sorrow because we just want them found. We want them home. Everyone loves them. They are definitely verbal, and
everyone loves
they do
them.
have possible autism,
not her.
but it's not extreme autism. It's just
look at Daniel's
they
face. You're
have,
looking at Lily. Please look at his face.
Yeah.
I hate to bring this up, and this is going to be a horrible thing to say. There was some accusations years ago. If you don't want to answer, don't answer. I'm just going to ask the chat. Is there any possibility that there was some SA going on between Daniel and Lily? I don't want anyone on the panel to answer. I just know that I've had a few people reach out to me saying that he cannot see his other children for many reasons. And when he tried to claim benefits in Canada, it turned out he owed money because he does nothing. He does dick all to take care of those kids. I don't want to wish anything worse on these children. Look how he's looking at Lily.
issues with school, and they don't catch up with the other kids. I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always, in a mother's mind, you're always thinking the worst. Last night was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds. And I don't want to go through that another night without them.
The last few days have been very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning when we noticed that the children were gone. Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there. As soon as I noticed they weren't there, I immediately jumped right in the vehicle and surveyed all the area, every dirt road, every culvert they could find. Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack. Bugs, they're like best friends, not just brother and sister. Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack. Bugs, they're like best friends, not just brother and sister. They took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack, with dinosaurs on them. Lily had her backpack with white, it was white, with strawberries on it. I imagine now if they're in the woods that it'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up one for that long after it got soaked from the very first day. We only found the 2 boot tracks outside of the house.
Whereabouts?
Right beside the house, probably 10 feet away from the backyard.
In the backyard, okay.
Nothing new, other than the helicopters are still in the air, and they had dogs. They took around the dogs today, and as of last night, they had 8 more drones going on in infrared. I urge the public to come out if you have anything, come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to.
Okay, I did not mean to put that in the universe. I just know people have been talking, and when CPS comes calling and suddenly the 2 kids are calling about disappear, there's a reason. Because you want the evidence to disappear. Webs of Deceit said he only shudders when he is hiding things or lying.
You notice when he's speaking, he's talking in the past tense.
Mm-hmm.
She loved, and with her, she is so detached from what is going on that she's only using the word we miss them. Everybody loves them. It's not, I love my children. I miss my children. Me. She disattached herself from the situation. That's my opinion.
Well, and there's no autism. If they were behind in school, it's because they didn't show up. You got to be kidding me. 41 days in one calendar school year?
Yes, I agree.
I'm asking you, I know you're a different, place in Canada, and Annette's, she's in Nova Scotia. How is it handled when you don't send your kids to school? Because I know they come down on you here like a bag of damn hammers.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Annette.
Oh no, they're calling, and if your kids miss too much time, they'll definitely call CPS. So they'll want to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The schools are, they're actually they have to call in any sign of abuse, neglect, or anything. Like they're obligated to do that, like a doctor is.
100%. I can tell you something right now. No one is going to get rid of their children because they've missed too many days of school. There's always a doctor that can write a note. There's always time that can be, caught up.
They were missing time at school because they weren't being taken care of properly. Like they're, like they'd rather probably sleep all day and let the kids sleep in and not have to get up and send them on the bus and send them to school. They're negligent with the children.
I could see that, but no one's going to kill them because CPS is asking why they're not at school.
Oh no.
I can remember when my daughter was in grade 12. She missed like half of the school year, and they were calling.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah, even in grade 12 they will.
Yeah, when she was but
we have a thing here called safe arrival.
Yeah.
Right? And that's like if your child is missed, like when they take roll call in the morning, if your child is absent in the morning, automatically you're on the safe list, they have to the principal or the office will call you for the child, and it's called safe arrival. So we've had that plan in place for like probably 15, at least 15, maybe 20 years. It's
Yeah.
been in there a long time.
I just want to clarify why she had missed so many days, because her dad had passed away. So she missed half of the school year that year. And I had to be in contact with the principal of her school to let them know like what is going on, how she's doing, when she's going to go back. And they were calling me and asking me the same thing. So
the school is probably the reason why CPS were involved.
Exactly. Once your child is no longer in school and you have no reason to give the school as to why they're not there, then CPS will get involved.
Yes, they will.
Look at the Brooks. I don't know if you know that one that's missing there, that 9-year-old. She was taken out of school and nobody seen her, nobody knew where she was, and the school called the police and the police got in contact with CPS.
Yeah. Oh, they work hand in hand.
Well, they work hand in hand. I personally don't like it. I think it should start with the police and then hand it to a social worker, but that's just my opinion. Don't worry about what I say. When a child goes missing because CPS is involved, I mean, the flag is raised.
Well, what did CPS do here? Nothing. Because now they know the kids were abused, but now the kids are gone. So CPS didn't do their job here.
A little too late. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. A little too late.
Yeah.
I mean, the school saw the bruises on Jack's face, Jack's eye. They seen them.
Yeah.
They confirmed it.
I have four children, 3 sons, 1 daughter. My sons literally, like, they would call it rolling, right? It's like Muay Thai. They would do it all the time and fight all the time, right? Literally fight. Never once have any of my children had a black eye. Never once.
No.
Mine have. They used to beat each other up. But
Well, mine did too, but they never. They still never had a black eye.
We've seen bumps, we've seen bruises, but I mean, you're talking about a closed fist from Daniel or a slap. This whole CPS involvement in things needs to stop. The police have to be involved. And then when there's nothing going on and they see no criminal involvement, then hand it to a social worker. When it comes to children, and I'm telling you right now, women, it's ass backward.
Yeah. You know what? I'll even tell you something. I even know when there's like a domestic dispute at a home now, the police come in automatically. They call CPS automatically now. And I found that out from a police officer because the kids even seeing, the parents fighting, whatever. It's just not right. So automatically they're called for that too. So I don't know if there was any incidents with Daniel and Leah fighting or arguing between them two. I don't know. But that's another instance where CPS would be called.
But I mean, Daniel has not seen his other 2 kids, since Jack and Lily went missing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is according to CPS. I mean, the kids are missing. And then his ex doesn't want him to see them or even have them go to there because of the fact that Jack and Lily are missing.
Red flag.
Exactly. But I know some places CPS doesn't get it right, but they're all for uniting with families and children. They want to see that. They want to see
I'm going to say this right now. More police officers do the right thing than the ones we hear about. More
right.
social workers do the right things than the ones we hear about.
Yes.
See, I mean, I don't have, 500 shows a day because
Right.
we're basically talking about the 1%, and the 1% of our society are fucking scumbags.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They want the children reunited with their family.
If possible.
If possible, and sometimes it's not possible. I mean,
That's right.
Exactly.
we have some people in this community that have had, a bout, with Child Protective Services, and they went through all the steps they were supposed to do. Now, when someone, I'm going to use Dan as an example, doesn't want to go through the steps, doesn't want to get drug tested, what really seems to make kids go away is when they really want to see the kids in person and talk to them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I just have a feeling that's what happened. All right. So the neighbors are speaking out. And I don't want to get too much into them because I think they could be material witnesses.
I think that what they have to say is very important. They heard that car going through the night.
But the police say that there's no proof that it even happened, that the cars were even there. There was a car there.
How can you prove what somebody heard? It's impossible.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you guys some breaking news. You ready?
Yes.
This just in from the CLL news desk. Police lie. They lie to suspects. They lie to victims. They lie to the public. You know why? Because they can.
Mm-hmm.
And they should. Because they do not want to let us know what they know.
They know.
And what we know is really not that important. They want the criminals to think they're just lost in the woods and they don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But they're smarter than that.
Criminals they're smarter than lawyers. They're smarter than cops, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the real dumb ones. You have Letitia Stout. Man, she did everything but turn herself in. Okay.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you have Chris Watts. I mean, again, he did everything but throw himself in front of the courthouse steps. Okay. You have the real dumb ones, but ones that are, they're a little more savvy.
Like Barry Moorfield?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
Miss K has a question. They were in debt for $34,000 according to Wade. My question is to who? Does anyone know about that?
It's probably the money they owed to the government.
Oh, from what I heard, it was a drug debt. I don't know if that's true. That's just the story that I heard. So,
well, we know for a fact they owed money to child revenue or child tax revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he didn't file his income tax.
Right. And he claimed his other two kids, when the mother must have claimed them too.
Yes.
So that's why he owed all that back money.
Yeah.
Two parents can't claim the children's, right?
No.
It has to be one or the other.
Yes.
So that's most likely what happened.
Yeah. But
So
he's probably been doing that for years.
Well, that's probably why he owes $34,000.
Well, that's what I mean. They have to be doing that for many years to owe that much money. That's a lot of money.
There's no way a drug dealer is going to keep letting someone have drugs and owe them $34,000. It just don't work like that.
I agree.
It don't work like that. Maybe they'll front you, a gram or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree. I mean I mean, what, $500 at the most, maybe 200? I don't know.
No,
I'm not.
I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even say that. Because
I-
guess
I-
what? You don't mess with drug dealers and their money,
Hell no.
right? So they
Hell
ain't gonna
no.
let you get that far.
No, because when you have a drug dealer, the drug dealer has a drug dealer, the drug dealer has a drug dealer,
That's right.
on and on and on and on. And it goes back to a little place called the cartel.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I mean, they owed Malaya's grandmother $8,000, so that's a lot of money to owe.
And why didn't they get any money from old Janie, old junkyard Janie? She couldn't
That's
help
what I want to know. She's sitting right there. She's the one that canceled her trip, which she never cancels her trip on a Friday.
Never.
So
She's
she's
the one that
canceling because of what happened.
And she's the one that gave the gut-wrenching interview saying, and I was building a pool right here.
Oh, sure.
And this.
No one puts up a pool in May.
Hell no. I mean, if she was smart enough, she would have said, yeah, the kids went missing at 8 o'clock, like Malaya said they were gone at 8 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
You know, this is why I didn't want to go to town with my brother, because the Jack and Lily were missing.
See, because it's all a made up story.
Exactly.
That's why they
exactly.
can't keep it straight.
It's all a made-up story. I'm so glad everyone's on the same page. It's all a made-up story. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true.
Right.
Exactly.
And for her conversation with her brother to be that quick and easy, she just basically told him, oh, no, I can't go today. Okay, well, why? You go every Friday.
Yeah.
That's when you get your groceries. That's when you get your supplies. That's when you get your toilet paper. That's when you get everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go. Well,
And if you're only going weekly to the store, you need to go because you need those things.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. If it's abnormal, then there's a big red flag there.
There is so many abnormalities about Friday. I can't wrap my mind around it. Now let's get to the neighbors.
Time we're hearing detailed accounts from neighbors.
And mind you, this is from
CBC.
CBC. Okay.
This is the part that's pissing me off.
Okay.
Were awake in the quiet hours before 4-year-old Jack and 6-year-old Lily Sullivan disappeared from their home in Pictou County. The children were reported missing from their home at 10:01 on the morning of Friday, May 2nd. According to court documents, neighbor Brad Wong told police he heard a loud vehicle coming and going 3 or 4 times after midnight and into the early hours of the morning. Wong said his house is at an elevated position from the children's home on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne, and he could see vehicle lights over the treetops. He said the vehicle would drive off in the distance, and he could hear it stop and then return. He said it remained in earshot the entire time. Another neighbor, Justin Smith, told RCMP that at 1:30 a.m., he heard a car turn around by the railroad tracks near the area of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station Road.
Okay. I'm going to pause it right there.
I fully believe the witnesses. I fully believe them.
Okay. Let me ask everyone in the chat. Do you believe the witnesses? Because they called very, very early on. Yes, they're just coming out now because public consumption has nothing to do with the case. Betty Smith said, in my opinion, that pool was for her own grandkids. I did see that in a Facebook group Janie's in. She said she thought that she would get to see her own, okay, air quotes, her own grandkids if she had a pool.
Terrible.
But in May? I don't know about you, but the snow is melting in May. Well, April at least.
Yeah.
No
It's
one's
too
making a
cold for-
pool in May.
No.
Well, I mean, I do, but I live in Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, it's a lot colder here in May.
Mhm.
Hey,
real quick, when do y'all go swimming there in Nova Scotia and where you live? You know,
Middle of June we can.
Okay.
my pool, we don't set up our pool until late June.
Yeah.
And then in July, because it's so hot in July and August, that is mostly the time we go
And you
in
can
it.
still swim in September because September is still quite warm too.
Yeah. I would like to say about this, Justin Smith, he called on May the 2nd to say he seen a car going up and down the road early morning on May the 2nd.
Okay, so we're really supposed to believe that he made up a lie on May 2nd and he's carried it out this whole time and he's got no dog in the race.
Exactly. What does he got to gain by doing this? Nothing.
Well, yeah, and especially if they're, well, I'm not going to say, but if they're into, you know, shady stuff, they don't want the police around there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, AJ just said, and I love you guys' comments. I do. AJ said he says he doesn't believe the witnesses because he doesn't believe criminals. And
Listen,
he's both criminals.
Can I say something right now?
Go ahead.
You cannot judge someone because they have a criminal past. It doesn't mean they would do bad things. And that's not very nice. You can't judge people just because they have a criminal past. There's a lot of criminals that could be in there because of their situation. They could have had to steal things because they didn't have no food. Okay, there's a lot of situations that people could be in to have a criminal record.
Well, we
doesn't mean they're a bad person.
I can say this right now. We can judge. Okay, Annette, I know that you judge. Jeannie judges. I judge. You know, God gave me that. He gave me a mind, and it's called, you know, judgment and discernment. I do want to know why they would lie.
I would like to point out that it was on May the 2nd when Jack and Lily went missing. And this is the day, the morning that Justin Smith called the dispatcher 911 and told them that he had information. Okay, why would he, that day, he knew the kids were missing. He knew that there was search and rescue there. He knew the police were there. He knew all of that because he could see it. And he called in a tip. Why would he do that? Plus, criminals don't call 911, okay? They just don't. They want the police as far away as possible away from them.
When it comes to missing children and children being hurt, okay, criminals don't go for that stuff, okay? Most of the criminals, okay?
Now, what I want to point out about, I mean, both of the witnesses is they're both into drugs as well.
But they literally inserted themselves into this case.
Yep, they did.
Literally. Anybody that has a criminal record, whatever, they do not want the police near them. That's the last thing they want.
And that's probably why he said he wasn't going to sign a statement. That's what you do. When you're a street person, you say, I'll tell you what I know, but I'm not going to sign a statement.
And he also refused the police to search his area as well. This Brad lad, not Justin, but Brad.
Mr. Wong? Who the hell names their kid? Who Brad Wong? That's a weird
sorry,
ass.
but I thought that man was Chinese.
Me too. Until I seen the guy.
Until I seen the picture.
Yeah, me too.
But I just can't believe though, I don't know, I just don't think it's nice to out someone that's a witness, try to be a witness in a case. I've never seen this happen before.
No.
Unfortunately, it happens all the time here. I just want to point out so we can, you know, judge on our own. We won't know until everything is solved, and I think it will be. I don't think anytime soon. I really don't, considering what's going on. You know, birds of a feather fly together. And when everyone is into drugs and, you know, the witnesses have drug confessions, it makes me pause and wonder why they would want to insert themselves. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly. That is my point. Why would they want to insert themselves when they have a criminal record? I mean, for all I care, I couldn't care less if they have a criminal record. I don't care if they have a criminal record right up to their shoulder from their hands down. You know what I mean? I don't care. They literally inserted themselves into this.
So that in itself, knowing that they have.
Okay, so if you heard a car going, would you call?
If what? Sorry.
If you heard a car going back and forth and all this, would you call if you thought something suspicious?
Hell yes, I would.
I would.
Well,
yes.
You don't have a criminal record, Annette. Jeannie doesn't have one. You guys don't have warrants against you.
How do you know?
So I'm just assuming. So let me finish my thought. You wouldn't do it unless you knew you heard something. And that's what tells me that they are telling the truth.
Exactly.
That's my point.
Exactly.
Not want
I don't think they don't. I don't think they want any of it. They don't want any of their name in this stuff.
They do not.
Who wants their name? Like YouTubers on there and say, "Oh, this is a witness," and they're digging up all this. They're digging up their Facebook. They're digging up this. Who would want that?
Exactly.
Now, if you're already on the radar and you know that there's 2 missing children around you, and you know that you probably have sold or done rugs with Daniel and Malaya, you would not want to say anything. Now, this whole, I don't want to sign a statement because I don't want to go to court. Well, there's 2 missing kids. So that's a real twat thing to do, in my opinion. But there is no way they would even put their neck out there unless they actually heard something.
Exactly.
And that's why I believe.
So yes, I believe them.
He said it made a noise, then the vehicle was quiet for about 2 minutes, then drove off towards Lairg Road. Smith told police he later spoke with Wong, who informed him the vehicle was the children's stepfather, Daniel Martel. The court records also detail Martel's account of the evening. He told police he went to bed fairly early and didn't wake up until light the next morning. The document said the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, told police she went to bed around 9 p.m. She said Martel stayed up and she doesn't know what he did.
There you go.
Okay, the little problem that I have is, how does Brad know that it was Danielle's car? How does he know that?
Okay, listen. Do you see there's like 3 houses in all of like 5 miles, okay? They know the cars have passed. Do you know how dead quiet it is there? They can hear the cars, and and especially they said they heard it was like a 5-speed. Like, you could tell the sound of different cars. I'm sorry.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, you can. You're like a dog knows when the car's his owner's coming home in the car. Like, you just know the sound of certain things.
I know the sound of difference. I mean, I know when my neighbor across the street, Hunter, starts his truck. Yeah. I know the sound of that, because I tell you what, it sounds like it's got goddamn glass packs on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I know when Donovan next door to me is rolling out, because I just know the sound.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know, when Linda has all her Mexicans over there and she's yelling at them, I mean, I can hear. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, Daniel said that he went to bed early that night.
Which is a lie, because is
12 o'clock early for him? Is that 12 o'clock early? Like,
well, what I want to talk about is how, and I'm going to get back to that because you're very, very, what you're saying is very important. What I want to talk about is how Malaya said she went to bed early, but didn't know what Daniel was doing all night.
Right.
Yes. But Daniel went in at 12 o'clock, turned the lights on, which who does that, to see if the kids were sleeping in bed. Who does that? And this was 12 o'clock. And he's saying he went to bed early is, Is 12 o'clock early for him? Is that what it means? Or
Why would he even check on the kids if they were sleeping? That's just.
why would he turn the light on?
It just doesn't make sense.
I need to know more about the vehicle. Is it a 5-speed or an automatic? I mean, I
They said
guarantee
it was a 5-speed.
It was a 5, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So does Malaya know how to drive a 5-speed?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Car
It
was
could-
automatic.
It could have been Malaya driving. I don't know.
Exactly.
It could have been Malaya driving. Sure, it could have.
But I'm not dismissing what these people have to say. I know AJ and I don't agree on this, but you know, when you're dealing with a case like this, scumbags know scumbags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to have a white shining knight come out saying, oh, I just happened to see this. And, you know, I was on my way to read to the blind and volunteer at the food bank. That shit does not happen. See, scumbags know scumbags.
Didn't wake up until light the next morning. The document said the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, told police she went to bed around 9 p.m. She said Martel stayed up and she doesn't know what he did.
Okay. So she said she went to bed early and she doesn't know what Daniel was doing.
How come she didn't hear the car?
What was that?
How come she didn't hear the car? The two neighbors down the road heard the car, but Malaya didn't hear that in her yard?
No, I think it was, they said it was later on. They heard the car.
I know, but why wouldn't Malaya not hear the car?
Well, because her and Daniel got a story to keep together.
Exactly. Or did she hear the car?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was in the car with them.
Exactly.
See, I love rhetorical questions. I love when someone says, well, why didn't she hear the car? Well, because she didn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's convenient because the police ruled it out that there was no vehicle driving. Like, the police ruled that out about the vehicle. But that car was pretty smart in driving where it did to avoid any cameras at all to see that car going.
Right? It's like they knew where to drive where there weren't any cameras.
Exactly. Exactly.
What to do?
Brooks Murray has not responded to our request for comment. In several interviews, though, Martel has told CBC he had nothing to do with the children's disappearance. And in a phone interview Friday, Martel said no one from the family left the property that night and they did not have any visitors.
I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there. We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
RCMP.
We didn't kill the kids. We didn't kill the kids. Who's talking about murder? You do.
Yeah. How do we know the kids are dead? Do we know
Who
that?
is talking? We didn't kill the kids. We didn't kill the kids. We didn't kill the kids.
So
What?
the kids are dead?
Who would say that?
Oh my God. He just keeps putting his foot in his mouth. I'm telling you.
Then he said, there were 3 people on that property. We didn't kill the kids. Well, someone did, and someone covered it up because you can't tell me they're all walking around just fine with a pink backpack that could be brown by now. You know, and every time he opens his mouth, OJ, get out of there. Every time he opens his damn mouth, he says something different.
Mm-hmm.
Who would say that? We didn't kill the kids.
Are the
Who
kids
is
dead?
talking about murder?
Are they dead? Are the kids dead?
Listen to him. Listen to him again. Y'all just about had it with their asses.
And in a phone interview Friday, Martel said no one from the family left the property that night and they did not have any visitors.
I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there. We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
RCMP says the case is still being investigated under the Missing Persons Act and is not a criminal case. Angela McIver, CBC News, Halifax.
Who says that? Like, who seriously says that? We did not kill the kids.
Because he was accused. He
Yeah,
was.
but I mean, oh my. I don't know.
Here, OJ, come here. Get this real quick.
Like, you don't come out and say we didn't kill the kids. Like, the kids are supposed to be missing. They're supposed to be in the woods, according to them. According to them, the kids wandered into the woods. Nobody mentioned anything about the kids being killed.
Yeah, and screw a polygraph. I can't tell you how many shows I've done about polygraphs and how worthless they are.
They're useless.
They are useless. I mean, they are a good tool for law enforcement, but they have nothing to do with anything.
No.
I don't know where Annette went. Where's Annette? Annette, where are you? All right, let's get to this real quick. Malaya's dad, Henry, spoke out.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to find Malaya's father. So this is the grandfather of Jack and Lily. We found him through an address we obtained from a parking ticket he had in Halifax, right? And got an address.
Okay, so found Malaya's father. Okay, I am really confused as to why the grandparents aren't speaking out. I figured they would be just all up.
The thing is, I don't believe that she was close to any of them.
No, I don't think so either. I think I think she's been a wild one for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yes. That's Malaya.
In this case, so they give a baseline of how people respond to questions. That is the truth. So they'll say, "Is your name Brooks O. Jones?" And I say, "Yes."
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to see that my blood pressure doesn't go up and my respiratory doesn't change. Mm-hmm. And then they will say, "Are you predominantly from Oklahoma?" And I would say, "Yes." And then my blood pressure would go way up and they would say, "No, you're actually Irish." Okay, that's how it works.
Yeah, they don't come out and say, "Did you kill the kids?"
Mm-hmm.
That's not their first question. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works.
Well, we can't trust anything Daniel says. And see, and this is the problem. I mean, we go through this in the Summer Wells case all the time. Everyone's a liar except for Don and Candace.
Yeah.
Everyone's making shit up except for Don and Candace. I don't understand it. Now, who is this sex pot that Malaya's dad is with? And she looks a lot like her dad.
I think that's her grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Outside of Sabanakati First Nation, and went and knocked on his door, and he was happy to talk.
I didn't hear about this. It happened on a Friday. I didn't hear nothing until like a Sunday.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I was really upset.
Have you been in? Like, if the police come and asked?
Nope.
Nothing. Eh?
Never asked me anything.
What do you remember about the kids?
Kids, they were happy.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Yes. Every time I seen them, they always lived at their grandmother's in Truro.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, at their great grandmother's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Patty Curtis. That's where I used to go visit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Until this guy moved him away, and that was the last time I seen him.
And so he took us to his mother's house, Connie Brooks, in Indian Brook. It's part of Spaganagity First Nation. so we went to her home and we saw family photos all over the wall, some of Lily and Jack, some of Malaya as a child.
Yeah.
When's the last time that you got to see Lily and Jack?
I seen Lily last year when she brought her up here. Yes, the last time I seen Lily.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when they took them pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Lily and Jack ever learn anything about their Mi'kmaq heritage?
No, because they lived off the reserve.
Okay.
They come up occasionally, you know what I mean? She brings them up and visit. Yeah.
She brought them up, and did you show them anything?
Yeah, we showed them everything, and then, you know.
And Connie Brooks told us some interesting information. Malaya had been there to get.
If I hear my name one more time, I'm going to shit my pants. It's making me anxious. OJ, get down. By the way, everyone, we have a show at noon today. So please be back. Put a 1 in chat if you're going to be back for the show at noon, because I am fuming PO'd about a guy that was released in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And yes, I have every right in the world to bitch about my own state. Okay. Mallory, put a 1111 in. Okay. All right. I guess Mallory's going to be here 4 times.
Her status card updated, so she is a member of the First Nation, and she visited her grandmother and other relatives, and her grandmother asked her about her relationship with Daniel Martel.
She don't know, but I asked her, did he hurt you? She didn't really say he hurt her, but he held her down. He held her down and took her phone on her, and she couldn't talk. She couldn't allow to use the phone.
He was having her, I don't know what you call it, scared. She couldn't go anywhere, do anything. Connie said that's what she told me, and that's what I told the detectives. So the question is, what was going on with Lily? Because it seems that the brunt of the abuse went to Jack. What was being done to Lily? I know the accusations that his ex-wife has made, and I'm not getting into them because they're just nothing but accusations.
Well, Lily is the one that had the black eye this time.
This time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure if Lily went to school with that black eye, the CPS would have been there knocking at their door that very day. This is why they kept her home. But the CPS were on their way there the week after because of, well, I mean, I don't know if that's true, because of the behavior.
Well, I mean, of course, your behaviors can be bad when you're getting beat up at home. And I'm just going to say this, my opinion only. I don't need anyone mad at me. A punch from a man would kill a child.
Hell yes.
A woman, not so much.
No. Yes,
So
that is true.
I think people need to reevaluate this. Okay. Not that my husband punches me. I'm just using an example. If I had a closed fist and I punched Greg, he'd be like, "That's all you've got." If he punched me, I'd be laid out for 5 fucking hours.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Men have much stronger arms, even Dumpster Dan. So I think everyone needs to reevaluate where all this abuse was coming from.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I mean, Malaya, I mean, she could have had, like, I mean, she just had a Meadow. Like, she was probably overwhelmed with all of the kids and stuff like that. You know, I'm not saying she abused the kids. I'm just saying that maybe she just couldn't control them, you know?
I mean, no one can control their kids. I mean, shit, I have 3 grown children. I can't control them.
No. No.
I mean, I have a cat I can't control. I mean, like right now, he's laying in a basket full of snacks.
Yeah, exactly. You can't control anybody. Nobody can be controlled unless you want to be controlled.
Canadian Cat Lady said, in my experience being Canadian, CES would drop into homes at the drop of a pin or report on a family or the children. AJ said, I don't think Malaya would lay a hand on her kids. Okay. Well, we've all got our thoughts out.
Yeah, I mean, we can't remove that. The kids, they have indigenous heritage, and they're on their mother's side. Their grandfather is a member of the Mi'kmaq community. The kids do not have official status with that community, but certainly the Mi'kmaq community has been involved in the search and providing legal assistance to their mother. So it is a part of the story.
I do see the cases connected to missing and murdered Indigenous women.
In Malaya's community, I can't pronounce that. Her father, Henry, is hopeful his grandchildren be found. He says the last time he spoke with the children, Jack told him he loved him. It's weighing heavy on me, he said, really heavy. So the grandfather seems to believe this has something to do with the indigenous community. I mean, having Indians go missing. I don't see it that way, but I'm not him.
No, I don't see it that way neither.
Okay.
I don't see it. Mother neglected.
Okay, Frank Opinion said mother neglect the children and allow them to get abused by him. There you go. Okay.
See it every day. I hear about it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day.
Okay, Canadian Cat Lady said, Brooks, my cat is nesting like the princess she believes she is in a bunch of curtains on the floor. Girl, we got to swap notes because this one's driving me insane. He's laying on my notes. Uli sends him treats all the time. They're in this big basket, like that's sitting to my right. And he jumps in there and wreaks havoc every time I'm trying to do a show.
And children, because, well, for one, Malaya's father brought that very issue up to us and was wearing an orange shirt to raise awareness about missing children. And while there hasn't been a specific outcry about it, I think one thing to consider is that children going missing or being murdered happens more often to Indigenous kids, statistically. And so you can't disconnect that these children have gone missing for this long with no answers from their Indigenous heritage.
$150,000 reward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, that's a lot of money.
We're not talking about an accident with that type of reward. Okay. I did me a little bit of Google research. The last time that reward was offered was Paul and what's her name? Carla.
Homolka.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. In Quebec.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These babies need to be found. I'm afraid Annette's right, and I'm afraid that my Aunt Sarah is right. Because she said there's way too many waterways and there's too much of a timeline. Because there's absolutely no timeline as to when they went missing.
Nope, there isn't. Because the Friday's timeline just does not add up. It does not add up. And we all know Malaya wanted to get out of there. She did not want to be with Daniel anymore. Since September of last year, she wanted out of that relationship. One way or another. She was going to leave in September. She changed her mind. Could she have left or done something with the kids in the car on Thursday night? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying. And come Saturday or come Friday, May the 2nd, this is why she left, because she knew the kids weren't coming back. I mean, Melinda even said she went there, she searched, she was going to stay there. But when she came out of the woods, she found out that Malaya was gone. And she thought right then and there, Malaya knows what happened to the kids.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
She said Malaya knows exactly what happened.
That's exactly what she said. She said Malaya.
And what a scumbag of a mother. What a scumbag of a mother who knows that Cody doesn't even know where his own children are. But she tells the RCMP that he might have grabbed them. And that's according to many articles, and it's on Wikipedia with a bibliography. And then they went and basically raided the damn house. Okay. They didn't go, hey, have you seen Jack and Lily? Oh, hell no. I mean, they busted the fuck in.
Yep.
And then Malaya calls.
Yep.
Because I can tell you right now, Belinda, I know you're listening. Malaya hates you.
Yep. 2 years. 2 years, Cody. The biological parent, the father of Jack and Lily, for 2 years, he hasn't seen them. He hasn't talked to them for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, what, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm calling the police. I think my ex, I think the biological father,
he's going to take him across the bridge to New Brunswick.
To New Brunswick. Just like that. He hasn't seen them for 2 years, but it could be him. No, it was not him. He passed the lie detector test. He has nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing.
Well, the lie detector is no big deal, but there's no way he could have been around there. I mean, there is absolutely zero digital. There's nothing. And he's the only one they have said has been cleared.
Yeah.
Who's not cleared? Daniel, Malaysia, and Junkyard Janie.
Exactly. They're not, no. They're, all three of them are considered suspects until they're proven otherwise. I agree with that. Like,
Lisa has an idea. She has a theory. Lisa Durr, love you, girlfriend. Love you long time. She said Daniel could have made the kids disappear thinking Malaya wouldn't leave with the kids missing.
That's possible. Malaya could have told Daniel, I'm leaving with the kids. She could have told him that. And he could have, who knows? He could have done something with the kids. To think that Malaya would stay with him because the kids are missing or the kids are gone. But it didn't work in his favor that way. She was gone.
Well, according to her or Janie, I can't remember which one said it, she was told to get off the property. Well, no one's going to tell me to get out of my own home where I get my mail and where my food is and where my children live.
Okay, I don't believe that she was told that. I believe the other family members of Malaya's was told that because Malaya went to the news conference that they had in the very beginning. She was not feeling well. She went to the back of an ambulance. Her mother followed her to the ambulance. 2 seconds later, whatever her mother said to her, 2 seconds later, Malaya is gone with her mother with the baby. So I think it was family members of Malaya's that were told to get off the property.
Okay, that makes more sense. I just think that he was ready to run. And that's the reason I have so many question marks. Who would benefit from the children being missing?
Well, not only that, but losing Meadow. I mean, both of them lost Meadow.
I mean, does she look upset about that? I mean, she's been at the beach. People have seen her shopping. She's dating a new man. She's footloose and fancy free. How many times has she gone to see Meadow?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just so suspicious. All her actions, not only her, but Daniel's as well. I mean, every time he talks, he's got a contradicting story from the last story that he said.
I could see anything. I could see Daniel being so pee-whipped that he would get rid of the kids when she said there was an accident. I could see her being so dick-whipped that she would tell him, anything, and he would believe it. I mean, really, at this point, when it all comes out, I mean, my face is going to fall off, but I can tell you I'm going to be shocked as fuck, but I won't be surprised.
No, I won't be surprised neither.
I mean, and when they were doing the press conference, how come she just stormed out?
Apparently she wasn't feeling good. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe she was just overwhelmed, but.
Well, that could be it.
I mean, guilt, you can have emotions when you're guilty as well. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, it is what it is for now, but I mean, we're going to continue with this case. I want to give a huge round of applause to my great friend Jeannie. Boy, I'll tell you what, girl, we go back years and years and years.
And you.
And I know your head is spinning from this case because, I mean, it's local to you.
Yes. I was actually going to take the day off today from all of this just to reset my mind.
Well, tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day. KT gets the comment of the day.
100% agree.
Daniel and Malaya need the snippy snip. Woo! There's your comment. Well, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for being here for the right reasons. You're not here for the drama. You're not here to worry about who Daniel's dating, who Malay's dating, what Janie's doing. I mean, you're here to talk about Jack and Lily, and that means the world to me. I say it every day, and I mean it every day. You guys are the absolute best chat on the dirtiest streets in the world, and that's called YouTube. And Jeannie, I want to thank you because your tireless efforts with all these cases really make a difference, whether you know it or not.
Thank you, Brooks. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, now it's your turn to compliment me.
Oh my God, I have a white friend. I'm so honored.
That's good enough. All right, you guys, I'll see you back here in an hour. I love you so much. You're not going to believe what I have coming for you here in an hour. And I'm super pissed. There's going to be live phone calls and all. So come on back.